The 2019 Genesis G70 is a minimized extravagance car worked to go up against set-up rivals at an amusement others imagined. The 2019 Genesis G70 extravagance minimized car pitches the incipient Hyundai Mark into a turf war with autos like the 3 Series and C-Class. With the G70, Genesis isn't simply communicating something specific, they're going straight to the sleeping pads. The G70 attacks the Kia Stinger's storage room for parts and work to handle new opponents. For example, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Audi all alone turf. When it goes it to bargain later in 2018, the 2019 G70 will depend on a 252 strength 2.0-litre turbo 4 or 365 horsepower 3.3-litre turbocharged V6 for inspiration, matched with an 8-speed programmed with paddle shifters or a 6-speed manual. The last is an amazement. Audi and Mercedes surrendered their third pedal in the States like the man bun, and one of the key contrasts from the Stinger. Beginning hasn't yet reported how much the G70 will cost. However, like the G80 and G90 before it, we anticipate that it will undermine matches by thousands. The G70's outline takes after nearly the greater G80, in any event in general terms. What's new? The G70's forcefully formed lower front guard, nose and front bumpers apply for the new vehicle's execution accreditations. Expanding admissions, strakes, and lighting squeeze toward a 6-sided work grille. The G70 has a similar short front shade, similar to the G80, and a wrinkled hood that bookends the winged Genesis identification. In profile, the Stinger's long hood is reverberated by the G70, while boomerang molded rim adds visual dramatization to the body of the little Genesis that peruses more upstart than foundation. The G70's body sides underneath the windows play with sunshine more than the G80 and blue-haired G90. Over the overlap it takes the G80's lead, by our eyes. The last part decreases toward a trunk top turned up marginally for a lively look. Inside, the G70 is inundated with sewn cowhide and level lines along the dash. Beginning hasn't yet itemized rim levels for the G70, yet it's possible that even base models will wear manufactured covers up with differentiate sewing in numerous shades. The 2.0-litre Turbo 4 is the best way to get race-wheel drive or a 6-speed manual. They have to meet up, and the 3.3-litre comes standard with race-wheel drive and 8-speed with paddle shifters. All-wheel drive is accessible with the 2 motors. Dispatch control is standard on all models, and keeping in mind that Genesis hasn't indicated execution figures, comparable powertrains in the Kia Stinger deal with a keep running up to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds with the Turbo 4 and under 5 seconds in the V6. A few forms of the G70 will get a constrained slip differential for better cornering and control, and uprated Brembos are accessible for shorter stops. Or G70's get front swaggers and a back multi-interface suspension setup tuned for a gorge exercise. Contrasted with the Stinger, the G70 is almost 3 inches shorter between the haggles, a large portion of a foot more conservative, packed in. Contrasted with the Audi A4, BMW 3 Series, and Mercedes-Benz C-Class, the G70 is measured inside 2 crawls in many measurements. Heads, splitting hairs or part beneficiaries? Beginning hasn't yet point by point what includes the 2019 G70 will have when it goes it to bargain in the not-so-distant future. However, a 15-speaker lexicon sound framework, Napa calfskin, 19-inch wheels with summer tires, and uprated brakes are all on the choices list. Dynamic security highlights, 18-inch wheels, and Genesis attendant services are on the whole likely standard. The G70 is evaluated by the EPA at up to 25 miles per gallon consolidated. Most forms oversee around 21 miles per gallon consolidated.